Imagine if just for one day of your life, you could hit the ball 300 yards down the middle of every fairway, just like a Tour Pro. What would you score? Well, I'm here at Carn Golf Links, one of Ireland's most famous links golf courses, to do an experiment to find out exactly that. So my plan today is to play 9 holes here at Carn Golf Links. What I'm going to do is just going to hit a drive off every tee, just as a control, just to see where my own drive would go. But really, I'm not worried about my own score today with my own ball. I'm going to drop a ball 300 yards down the middle of every fairway of a par 4 and a par 5 and play the ball from there as if I was a Tour Pro and see what the difference in score would be. I'm not too concerned about what I do with my own drive, but I am really interested to see what I score on the day that I drive it 300 yards. 528 yards this hole, I think, was a really good drive. So let's have a chat about forums and driving distances. I see so much stuff online about these conversations with guys talking about driving distances and their equipment, and they're all, you know, it's not they're all, but there could be 20 or 30, and I'm talking guys here now, talking, oh, I use this shaft, I drive it 275, I get rollout 290, but I'm thinking of changing to a 1 degree lower or change my shaft to get this, that and the other. Guys, you're lying. You are not driving at that distance, because there's so many stats nowadays from all the companies, like Arcos being one. It's showing us what the real driving distances are. And people who, in these forums, who say they drive at 300 yards, they're lying. The reality is just 2% of golfers in the world can drive the ball 300 yards. That's roll out to 300 yards. 2%, 2 out of every 100. So 98% of all golfers can't drive it that distance. So guys, on your forums, you're lying. This is my drive on the first hole. I am delighted. I drove it 240 yards. Not bad considering it's 5 degrees, but 240 is a long way short of 360 yards short. Now I've got 288 into the green. I'm going to hit my 3-wood just to try and make solid contact and get it up somewhere near the green, but we'll see. Oh, slipped, but slipped but hit it straight. This is our 300-yard drive, 228 left in to the flag. It's a completely different world here. The pin looks as if it is reachable, very linksy in the middle. I'm not going to let that scare me. I'll try and just put a ball down there. Pulled it a little bit. Hopefully that'll be okay left of the green. Okay, my own ball, my own drive, third shot, about 60 yards, completely blind. Just flip it up. No idea where that's gone, but just trust the yardage. Links golf. Hopefully it will be okay. Okay, my 300-yard drive ended up here, not quite on the green, but I would say very doable. Little chip and run. Oh, sit, sit, sit. Oh, I'll take that. That's not bad. It's a birdie putt with my normal drive, which I would be very happy with. Well, it's not really a birdie putt. You know, for me, I'm looking at just really trying to get it down in 2 from here. A little bit of top dressing. It's the time of the year to get that done, but that's totally fine. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, I'll take that. Given you don't know the speed of the greens at the start of the round, you know, That's what I've got left for par with a 300-yard drive. This is what I've got for birdie. I can begin to see the difference already. Okay, par, good. Now birdie putt with 300-yard drive ball. Oh, looks very doable. Looks straight. Oh my goodness. Driving at 300 yards. You get 6-footers for birdie. What a start. We gotta play this beautiful par 3. Catch a piece. Oh, it's coming back off the hill. Oh yeah. Oh, links golf at its best. Local knowledge. I knew well I should miss the green left there because it would hop in off the hill. It kicked directly right and ended up here. I meant it though, I meant it. Is this realistically a birdie putt or is it a 2-putt par? I don't even want to think about the other. Oh, it's not bad. At least I gave it a go. Porrick Harrington says, give it a go. I gotta clean it because there's a little bit of what the hell, it's not in the experiment. Pop it in. Ah, it's handy. Par. What a beautiful golf hole. Teeing off, top there, down onto the green. You might get a lucky kick. Like me, you might be in trouble down the other side. Just sandwiched in between the dunes. That is a really good par 3. Look at that green as well. Look at all the undulations. Look at all the places you could put the pin. That's a great golf hole. This is the 3rd. And I've got, it's a straightaway par 4. You can see the little sliver of fairway. Can you see the pin down the bottom there? What a golf hole. Risk reward. Let me get back to the tee. Okay, 328 yards. This is where the real top tour professionals will differ from us, the amateurs. 328 yards with nothing to aim at off the tee. You know, it looks like it's a hybrid or an iron down there for safety. For me, that's what I'm going to do. Can't change today. Just going to play my own game. But then I'm going to see where that 300-yard drive ends up. And let's just see the difference between them and us. If it was a 3rd hole of the captain's prize, you're telling me you would take this on? You would absolutely not. Or your monthly medal, you would not take this on. You would try to play safe so early in your round. So I gotta just trust the process. Swing, as they say, like you're on the range. Pick your target. And I push it to the right. Oh my goodness. I just have to hope that's okay. That's what a great golf hole can do to you. You don't swing it. I said swing it like you're on the range, but because you're just surrounded by so much trouble, you go back to here and you go, oh my God, I must steer, I must steer, I must steer. And you get to try and steer it, and you don't swing it normally. And that's what happens. But decent strike. Hopefully we'll be able to find it down there. 147. I've looked out the great thing about links as well. I've missed the fairway, but look, plenty of divots where I am, so I'm not the first one to end up over here. 146. I'll go with my 9. Completely blind shot, but I deserve that. Oh, it felt really good, really straight, really punchy. Fitness test, fitness test. Where's my ball? Oh, look at it. Ah, 10 foot right of the pin. Yes, this being an average golfer isn't so bad after all. This is a 300-yard drive on this hole. And what I'm about to show you now might shock you, but it's this. It's my jigger. Because this distance, 30 yards to the green, is the one that freaks me out. It's the reason that I suffer greatly as I've gotten on in years. I'm not comfortable at all with this chip. So I've got this little device, jiggery pokery. I think it's an Exacta Callaway Odyssey Exacta wedge, which I just treat like a putt. I gotta play this left now because it's gonna fall right. Treat like a putt and line it up and putt. And that's 5 foot. Now, if you ask me to chip it there, I could probably put it 100 yards over the green, 200 miles an hour, 1 foot off the ground. That's what chipping yips is. So that for me is a totally acceptable result. It's whatever makes you happy. That is my Exacta jigger. And I won't say I'm proud of it, but whatever gets the job done. Is my own drive. I think it's going to break right to left. Would love to give it a go. Did give it a go. Ay, ay, ay. Missed on the low side. Padraig Harrington said you should never do that. Okay, with my own ball though. Okay, good. Par that. Okay, 300-yard drive ball. Got to here. Oh, I think it's just going to fall this way. A little bit. Oh man, I didn't hit it. Oh, jeez. You can see why professionals will be so angry if they drove it 300 yards, popped it up to 6 feet and left it short. Oh my God, that would drive me insane. Maybe we're better off the way we are because that is so frustrating. Par 3, bonus hole, might as well play it. 118, 114. Got my 52er. Crunch down on it, get a good line. Oh, it's a great line. Oh, what a shot. This 300-yard driving fairy tale is helping my overall game. That's got to be no more than 6 or 8 feet. Now that is what you call a tee marker. Solid. What a golf hole. Just from over there and to here. Oh, you gotta take that. Pretty much the same putt as on the last hole. Don't leave it short this time. Come on, D. Good line. Hold. Yes! Get in there! Birdie! 5th hole, 438 yards, par 5 mind you, 438, but it's index 2, so it must be extremely difficult. So 438, I'm looking to put my 300-yard drive, 138 out from this hole. Gonna tee up my own drive. I have no idea what lies in store, but let's just try and get a straight one away. I would take driver, I think, on this hole. It looks fair enough. It is downwind. And a good strike, a little bit left. I think that's okay. A little bit of a slip again, I'm slipping a lot. My drive is fine, but I have no idea where to go, so I'm getting a bit of running in. I'm going up here to see if I can find the green. Right. Aha. I can see why it's index 2. That's my ball all the way back there. There's my bag. There's the green. And the funny thing is, we're still not at the 300-yard point, which would just drop us over the hill down there, chipping in. Wow. Okay, so my own ball. Kind of found this kind of place where lots of people, I'd say, find their balls. A bit of an awkward stance, but I should be able to club on that. 254 into the pin. I'll go with my 3-wood. Just have a decent line got on it from my trip up there. It's not my best, but I think it's just up the right flank. It should be okay. It's not going to reach the green though. That's okay though. That's just average golf for golf. It doesn't always go perfect. So while I'm walking up here, just let's talk about distances that the real top tour guys hit the ball and how many guys hit it 300 yards or over. Well, if you look at the PGA Tour stats, and I'm not going to get too much into figures here, but about the top 60 guys hit it at least 300 yards. Now, you can go all the way down to, say, Colin Morikawa, for instance. You wouldn't think he's the longest hitter. He's not. He's down, I don't know, maybe 100 or so on those driving yardages. He drives at 295 yards. So really, it's only 5 yards of difference. I mean, 5 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's nothing. It's nothing. So that's the kind of distances we're talking about. Tour pros hitting the ball. And Van Dam, the longest ladies driver, 295 yards on average, which is incredible too. So that's what those guys drive. It likes the Bryson DeChambeau, John Rahm, Rory McIlroy. You know, they can drive at 310, 320 on average, any given event. So it is, as we're all beginning to see, a huge advantage if you can drive at that distance. I am now at the 300-yard drive mark. They might have taken the shortcut, somehow ended up here, or maybe over here. Might be more realistic, but here's what they are on a par 5 for their second shot. Let's see what damage we can do from here. That's safety. This is gone, and this is where I hit my own 3-wood, skirting kind of down the side of the fairway. I can't find it. Oh my, it's not down there, is it? That is a lost ball, and therein lies the difference between ordinary golfers and the tour guys who are hitting par 5s in 2. So I took a 3-wood there for my second shot. Should have took a... Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, was the way. It's not my ball. Yeah, took a 3-wood for the second shot. Probably shouldn't have. Probably should have taken something safe to hit all that fairway down there, knowing it's par 5 index 2, but didn't, went for it, thought I could do it. Of course I couldn't. Lost ball. Okay, let's go play the tour ball. Okay, 300-yard drive leaves me 138 in. Par 5, remember, the second shot, I've only got a 48-degreer in my hand. Surely if you're professional, you are trying to make an eagle here, but I'm just trying to hit anywhere on the green. Everything looks like it's falling left to right. Right to left, I mean. Okay, and I am on a crazy slope here. Oh, that's a good strike. It's right at the pin, please. Oh, it's down there. Oh, back of the green. It's feeding back down. Oh, that's pretty decent now. 300-yard drive. Eagle putt. Looks reasonably straight. It's all about lagging this up beside the hole. Sit, 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 sit. Yeah. I will take that in a heartbeat. Yes. Whew. Lost ball for average golfer. Birdie for the guy who can drive it 300 yards. Life is not fair. This is a short hole. This is only 312 yards, so Ram and Bryson might be looking to drive this, but you know, for me, this looks tough. It's right back up a hill, out of bounds all down the right side, cliff to the other hole down the other side. So all about trying to get a nice straight drive away. Hold on there. I'll be very happy with that. Very happy with that. Flirted a little bit with the out of bounds. Well, you know what? Sometimes when we get to these holes, as well, I'm just talking as the average golfer, you know, you see all the trouble and you do tend to ease back a bit and get very steery. So it's nice to kind of commit and put in a good drive. But let's just see now where average guy versus 300-yard guy is on this. I mean, Bryson, Ram, Rory, they could be having a go at this green if the conditions were right. Okay, I've actually only driven this ball 220 yards up the hill into the wind, still have 90 yards to the hole, which brings me to a very important point and a fact, really. How far do the average golfer hit the ball? Well, I said earlier on that only 2% of all golfers hit the ball 300 yards. Now, if you were able to hit the ball 250 yards every time, for example, that would put you in a category of 1 in every 4 golfers that play the game all over the world can just do that. Only 1 in every 4 can drive at 250 yards. So if you can drive at 250 regularly, you are all set up to be a scratch golfer or better, a plus handicapper, if you can drive at 250. The average golfer, would you believe, drives the ball between 220 and 230 yards. Even with all the best equipment, if you take all the golfers in the world, average it all out, the average drive goes 220 to 230. Like, I am delighted there with that drive into a wind up the hill, 220. Okay, I think on a windless day, flat ground, I can drive at 250. So 250 is it for me, but the average drive for all the golfers in the world goes between 220 and 230 or thereabouts. Okay, 90 yards in. I can just see the top of the flag here. I'm just going to trust it Little wedge, little punchy. I kind of have this links punch that I like. Served me well in the past. Something like that. It's gone a little bit right, but it's a safe kind of shot that I have. Our 300-yard driver would have driven it right to the edge of the green, leaving themselves this tricky putt. It looks like I just have to get it onto the ledge there, a little bit left, and let it fall down to the right. So Ram, Rory, Bryson would all have this putt. Something like that. Reach it, reach it, reach it. Let it fall down. Let it fall down. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. Ah, this being a tour pro is unreal. 1 inch putt for birdie. It's just not fair. We've got to get into the gym, guys. Get hitting the ball 300 yards anymore. It's our Bryson ball. Yeah, so it's all about pace. Throw it up to the left. Let it come down. Now come down. Now hang on. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Okay, par, but in such an easy birdie for the guys that are hitting it 300 yards. Okay, 7th hole is 210 yards, par 3. Look at, let's just play. Let's just play, no pressure on us. Not part of the experiment, but we're compiling a nice 9 holes. Oh, this is just a great par 3. It reminds me of Port Rush. Just trouble, calamity. Calamity awaits 210 yards. Over a lot of rubbish. You've got to commit. You've got to commit to this. It's time to man up. Turn in. That's a decent strike. A little bit right. Ooh. Hoping that will be okay. Not on the green, but not down in the trouble to the left. Okay. It is indeed jigger time. This I would not like this. Not a great lie, although it's actually done well for where it is. And everything falling off to the left. Just want to pop it onto that green, kind of leave it below the flag. So treat it like a putt. Get my line. Something like that. Scoot on. Oh, this is good. Let's come around. Long live the jigger. 8th hole, 359 yards. So the bomber is going to knock it up 60 yards from the green. Wind left to right. Bunkers out there. Looks like the bunkers are the line. Commit to it. Let the wind do the work. Let the wind be your friend in links. Oh, that's my best drive of the day. That is just a cracker. Yeah, it's getting a little bit windy. Wind across. I've driven this to 60. Kind of ran onto this upslope, which is just the way with links. You just got to deal. So it's down the shaft, hit my 52er, go to my stock, back of the stance, dig down onto it, try and get it online. Just like that. Oh my God, that's... Golf is great sometimes. You hit a good shot, you just feel amazing. It's 2 in a row. I know it takes away other times and lose the ball, but moments like that are just what it's all about. The 300-yard driver has driven it to here, 60 yards from the green, and truth be told, I do not have a clue what to do with this shot with my 56er. I'm just going to have to play it up in the air on the pin and just hope. That's not bad. Oh my goodness. I'm still not as close as my own ball, but that's a birdie putt for the 300-yard bomber. Here is my own ball. Oh my god, 4 foot. That's my 200-yard bomber ball, 2 birdie putts. Oh, now the pressure's on. Got to make one of these at least. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Harsh. Harsh. Yes! Oh, that's the 300-yard ball. Disappointed I didn't get my own ball birdie in, but I can't believe I made birdie with the 300-yard ball. But okay, I think I'm beginning to see a picture emerging here. Golf is a whole lot easier if you can bang it 300 yards off the tee. Final hole of the day, folks. Oh, and what a toughie, what a beautiful hole it is. 415 yards from these tees. That means I'll be hitting the second shot of our experiment from 115 in. But for me, average golfer, this is daunting. Right back into the wind, dunes either side, another dune down the middle just to kind of throw your eye off. But there is room to just plop it down in between those dunes. So I think the secret here is just to be safe. Commit, be safe, straight down. Something like that. Okay, my own ball after I was really happy with that drive I got. What have I got left here? 201 left to the green, into the wind, uphill. So it's definitely a 3-wood. Hybrid would end up short. 3-wood, I'm not 100% confident. These shots that don't look the way you want them to be, but put a good swing on it. Oh, I put a great swing on it. Put a great swing on it. Hopefully that's good. That would cap an amazing 9 holes for me. I don't think I've played this good in years. 115 into the last for our 300-yard bomber. I've got my 48er. Still quite a tough shot, but definitely a lot easier than my ball with a 3-wood from 200 odd. I gotta commit to this because it's into the wind up onto a hill. Oh, it's going right. Oh, it's going right. It's going right. It's going right. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Whew. It's tougher than I thought. Even for the 300-yard bomber. It's missed the green on the right. Okay. I've done something that a 300-yard driver probably would never do, and that's missed the green. With that little 115-yard chip, but and it's something my jiggery won't work, so let's just go back old school. Maybe a good wedge. Matt Fitzpatrick at left hand low. Trust to spin. Something like that. Sit, sit. Hey, maybe I don't need the jigger after all. That's not bad at all. Oh, what a day this has been. Just for kicks. Okay, and let's play this. Let's play my own ball. I was so happy with that 3-wood in. Let's just play it down. Let's put it down. See where it would have. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh, you know what? You know what? It has been an amazing day. Loved every minute of it. Let's go back to the clubhouse, tot up the scores, and see how average golfer did against 300-yard tour player. Oh yeah, you're on video. All right, let's take a seat to sum this up. Number one, Carron Golf Links is amazing. If you ever get a chance to come down here and play, do so. 3 brilliant nines. Number two, if you can hit it 300 yards down the middle of every fairway, golf is a completely different game. Even I, completely average golfer, can go under par if I place the ball 300 yards down the middle. So you can imagine the likes of Rory, Ram, DeChambeau, Dustin Johnson, all those guys. You know, it's completely different. It's eminently more playable. I didn't do too bad with my control ball, my average ball. You know, I found myself in a pickle now and again. I was out of one hole, but you could just see the difference to the guys who can hit it 300 yards. It becomes a lot more playable. So I think the moral of the story is, even if you could add a few more yards to your drive, I said in the video, players who can average 250, they can be brilliant. +1, +2, +3 handicappers. 250 would be a great standard to achieve. But let's make the most of our equipment. Let's get in the gym. Let's swing it a bit faster, because it's not true what they say, you drive for show and you put for dough. If you drive it and drive it well, making dough becomes a whole lot easier. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time on Golfbidder.